Magnezone is back, and it's like it never left. This deck right here just won a huge tournament by a player named Mono Outlaw. This deck is Magnezone, of course, with Oricorio and Chingling. The idea behind this is to slow your opponents down in multiple ways. We have things like Red Card, Chingling to stop them from using items, multiple copycats so that we can start to build up our hand based on all of the cards they cannot play, and then really two options to take our opponents down. Magnezone, insane damage, and Oricorio, the incredible stall against all of these EXs. We went undefeated playing this deck for, I want to say, like 7 games in a row. It's just so incredibly powerful, and I totally understand how it won a huge tournament. It is killer into this meta. Enjoy. Okay, going second into water. You gotta love to see water here. I feel like Oricorio is not our favorite start for this deck, but it's also okay. They've got Manaphy on the other side. All right. We'll see what they're powering up. They could easily be powering up a Gyarados deck, which could be stressful, but with Ori, we might be able to play around it entirely. We shall see what they're going to bring out. There's the Carp. Yeah, so we've got a Manaphy and Froakie. Could be base Greninja, could be Gren EX. Base Greninja is a great answer to our Oricorio, obviously. We're going to hit our professors and see what we grab. Pokeball, Magnezone. This being a Magnemite would be pretty cool. It is. Nice. Alright. I am going to go ahead and power you. Cape is not relevant yet. I could put Cape on. It does help our Magnezone survive a hit from Gary. Obviously, this is a great setup for them. Manaphy is going to power both of these cards here, and that puts Oricorio in a position where it could get one-shot by Greninja. I will be able to KO Manaphy. They're drawn, so they're looking for more basics. Could be another Froakie hitting the field right now. The Magnezone is nice because it can survive a hit from Gyarados, right? It's got 140 with Cape here. We can survive one Gary hit. Let's see how they want to play it. If they have their rare candy, they probably should go Greninja early. That's what I would do. And start, like, putting some damage on. You could even Cyrus out my Magnemite or something. Oh, they have Mantike. Interesting. Okay, so they're going to power these two, and then they've got another Pokemon that they can set up to provide more energy. Not bad for them. We got double Oricorio, which is actually pretty solid for us. I'm going to Volt Charge the Magneton. I am going to power Ori here. It's possible that they take down our Ori, but I'm just going to have to deal with that if they do. I will take our first point with the Manaphy. The nice thing about having that Mantike there is now we have a way to get possibly a game win off of just their one-pointers. But I'm guessing they just put out Mantike, power, Magikarp, and get Gary online pretty soon. As soon as they have Greninja, they'll be able to chip at Magnezone, so it will be in range for Gyarados. Luckily, we have PCL, but it's only going to heal 30. Let's see what they do. The two Oris could be really great for us, though. They could be in some trouble here. If they have Gyarados in hand, then they'll be okay. Other Manaphy. I'm just filling up their bench here. Okay, they're going to go for the dual power. I think it's smart. Because they're going to lose this card regardless, right? So you might as well power them both. It does slow down a little bit what you were doing with Gyarados, but it might not matter. Right, if they don't have it in hand, then it's not that relevant. We have Copycat. We have another Giant Cape. I can continue to Volt Charge here for another turn before I Magnezone, but I think I'll be okay, and I'd rather not get my hand disrupted, so I am just going to play my Magnezone out. Get my KO here, and see what they do next. Now they cannot Gyarados and attack in one turn. They already can't get to Magnezone without Cyrus anyway, but we might just have them done here. Kind of dead to rights. They need Gyarados right now or it's over. And if it's Gren EX, it can't do anything to the Oris. So I think we just win this one. Kind of a good deck for a lightning deck to run into, obviously, is just, you know, Oris and a Magnezone that hits for 50,000 damage. They go Frogadier. Yeah, that's game. I guess you could retreat into Carp, Gyarados the active spot. That would be the play, huh? Oh, it's this Gary. Okay. You still got to bring it out to the active spot. I could attack with Oricorio right here. Obviously, they're going to Greninja next turn. But I think the play instead is hitting with Magnezone because the damage is going to be pretty absurd, right? We're going to do 130. They could heal with Irida, but I still think we're just going to be ahead making this play regardless. Like, this will hit for 70, but I'd rather hit him now because I have a good feeling they're going to just KO me with the combination of Greninja and Gyarados. Now, they could still Irida, get him up to 90, but I've got 2 Oris to deal with that. Lucia, okay. Should be game. GG. GG, GG, GG. They're not going to let it go. They're not letting it go. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously not a super tricky deck for us to run into. I think Gary EX, Mega Gary might have been a little scarier with Greninja, but still. They could remove my energy and just keep me in here for an annoying amount of time. That's possible. And now I just think they're stalling out. Looking for plays. Because if they take the KO on Magnezone, we get them immediately. So they can't really take the KO. They could just hit Magnezone and leave it at 20. That's a play. I like that idea. Yeah, they're done. We are going first into a grass deck. Chingling, good start for us here. Let's see what we're dealing with on the other side. We have a Pokeball and red card. I could play my Oricorio. It depends on what this Pokeball is, right? They have Eevee. All right, so they've got a Leafeon EX and a Celebi deck. We've got Ori to deal with this. They might have base Celebi in their deck too, which could be pretty annoying for Magnezone, right? I think we put Oricorio. I need my Magnemite out here just because we have, you know, Magneton in hand, so we want to generate that energy right away. They can't play items, but for them that's not too stressful. You know, they'd be looking at things like Leaf Cape and stuff. I think Chingling is going to get KO'd here. And what we'll have to do is bring in Ori while we wait to power up Magnezone. The baby Celebi could be a problem for us, for sure. That could be an issue. We get Zone. We would hit them for 110. Unfortunately, this goes down. I mean, we're like close, but we're not close enough, you know? So I think I have to power Ori here. Because they are going to KO Chingling. And they're going to be at 120. So they're just outside of range for me. There's the Leaf Cape. Oh, no, duh. They can play. I always forget. This is a tool. It is not an item. So they can still play Leaf Cape. So yeah, the damage didn't matter. My brain always goes, an item you put on you, that's an item. No, Jake, it is a tool. We got Cyrus. Gonna power here. It's a bummer, but I kind of want to give one more turn before zone. I don't think they get me in one regardless, so I'm gonna give one more turn before zone just so I can get a little extra energy. It's not gonna matter too much, but I would like the energy advantage. They could Erica here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and power. I'll bring in Magnezone. I'm going to retreat. Oh, do I want a red card? They got 4. I wonder what else they got. I don't know. They haven't hit a Professor's yet, so I'll probably wait. We have other Magnemite. We've already lost a point, so I can't really play that Magnemite yet. I'm going to take the KO and power Ori. Obviously, this Celebi could one-shot our Magnezone, which would be unfortunate, but it can't do too much into Oricorio, so we might be good to go. We'll see. They're going to have 4 coins to flip. They got to hit 3. Snivy. Snivy's an option to deal with Ori. Leaf Cape. If they get the KO here, I think they win the game. If they don't get the KO, I think we win. So we'll see. Oof. Whoa. Well, they got it. They got it all. All right. They only needed 3. They got all 4. But we'll try. I need another Oricorio right now. I could power this Magnemite. The only tricky part is a Sabrina. I've got Zone, but I don't have Ton. I'm going to make a risky play. And we don't have our cape either for Oricorio, so we're kind of in a tough spot. They get Erica. They're powering Snivy. Swinging for nothing. It's fun to do, though. This is what it should have been last turn! Alright. We get Copycat again. Can't really use it, although I could, like, move my hand around because I can't do much in my hand, right? I think I'm gonna save it, though, just because I have Cyrus. Again, no cape. No Ton. Erica. Got a lot of energy here. Still flipping coins. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect the flips. We do have our cape, so I put this here. This gets me outside of range of the jerk. Eevee. They're bricking hard. They love... They're going for the flip. Alright, let's see how many they get. Let's see how many they get. 3. 3 out of 3. Or 3 out of 6, excuse me. I don't have my dude here. Unfortunately for us, they could have the other Leafeon, too. Had we just gotten this Magneton, like, 50 turns earlier, this would be a lot easier, but we didn't. We'll see. If they happen to Sabrina now or Repel, we have the other Oricorio, but they could get us with the There's Leafeon EX. Do they have their card? They still don't, huh? Alright, Cyrus for the win. Cyrus for the win. GG. When you see your opponent not drawing their professors, you know they're in trouble. That's just one of those moments where it's tough, but it's kind of like a scheduled loss, you know? The Oricorios obviously set up a W for us. GG. GG. Oricorios. You gotta have an answer for it. I don't know what theirs was. Maybe it was the, Superior, basically. Hey, this is the midway point of the video where I want to know from you, what's a deck you wish worked but doesn't? Let me know in the comments. Alright, we are starting into a metal deck. I've got the makings of something with Magnemite, but I don't have exactly what I need. I'd kind of like to start with it, though. We'll see. Dialga. Okay. I could always retreat to Ori if I need to. But they'll be able to power. Professors. You hate being behind on energy with Dialga, let me tell you. They might have a Rocky Helm. Some Dialga decks run that. It's a pretty tanky basic, you know? There's the Rocky Helm. Jeez, it's like I'm psychic out here. Red card, for sure. We hit him with a red card here. We're going to grab Chingling. I like it, but it's a little worse when they when they have, you know, a Rocky Helm in play, right? I'm just going to power Ori. I'm going to red card him. If I had Copycat, obviously I don't red card them there, but... Taking 5 down to 3. They've got... Okay, so it's a Melmetal Dialga deck. They hit their other professors anyway. Let's see what we can get. We get a Pokeball. They'll be able to power their Melmetal, and depending on which Melmetal they have, it could be the one that really deals with us in a pretty brutal way, right? I'm going to have to retreat into Ori here. I could have retreated into Chingling, but at this point, unfortunately, I can't. I know it would stop a rare candy, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Gonna give him the points. I need both of my Magnemites online, because I'm gonna have to possibly hit a very powerful Melmetal multiple times, right? Oof, zone. Not good. We'll zap him. Gets him down to 100. But it does take 20 from us. The nice thing is, there's nothing on the other side that's going to be hitting us for small amounts of damage, right? It's either this Oricorio is going to be taken out in one shot, or it's going to live, so... Other Dialga. PCL. Now we can't one-shot with Magnezone. However, we weren't going to be getting in that position anyway. We get Cyrus. Not what we need. Some more damage to Dialga. We desperately need professors here. And we need to get some Magnetons. The zones are great and all, but we got to power them up. Another Ori might be really nice, especially if they don't have a Melmetal. Let's see. The question is, will we be able to get this KO? We have a PCL to get around this. The Pokemon Center lady allows us to get an extra hit. And the longer this Ori stays out there, kind of the more of a threat it is to these Melmetals. It is Melmetal EX. So, yeah. They might be in trouble. They've got the memory light, so they can amass if they want to. They do go for a retreat into Dialga. They Mars me. Okay, fair enough. Not the worst thing. Ooh, we got our other Ori, too. Our other Ori is pretty mean, especially if they only have Melmetal EX. Now, if they have base Melmetal, at some point we're in trouble, right? And you got to assume maybe they have it, so that in case they run into a deck like this, right? You would think at least. We'll Volt Charge. I'll zap ya. You've got 150 damage, so we do have a cape to outlast one instance of that. There's the Rocky Helmet. This is going to stall us until we can hit either our PCL or just switch Oris, which I don't mind switching Oris here. They bring in other Dialga. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Pokemon Center Lady. I know I might need 2 professors, but I'm gonna Pokemon Center Lady right now. Just make it, you know, make it hard for him. We get one. If they don't have an answer for these Oricorios, like, it feels like it's almost concede time for them, but hey, we'll see. We don't have EXs, so they need to take 2 more Pokemon here. Maybe they have the base Melmetal. There it is. Okay, we've got the 90 damage Mega Punch. But not terrible for us. I feel like I'm going to go... I'm going to put in base Magnemite. There are 2 ways I could do this. Ooh, we got Magneton. Interesting. I'm going to hit a Professors. If I get Magnezone, obviously we know our play. And we did. Okay. Oop, Volt Charge real quick. Volt Charge real quick. Oh, I'm griefing, aren't I? I'm gonna cape it. $110. I could have made this play with the Oricorio too, but this is fine. They're gonna Leaf. They could only hit me for 150 with Melmetal. And now Cyrus is a game winner. On either target. That cape was huge here. We still win regardless, but that cape is pretty huge for us right there. You. GG. GG! They finally got their Melmetal to deal with Oricorio, but it was too late. Alright, we are going first. Put Chingling out here. See what we got on the other side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this deck's so mean. I got a Copycat. I get Oricorio. I kind of want to Copycat him right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I can't really do much with those cards without the basics or professors or Pokeballs, right? So I think it's better just to shuffle it up and see what we get. Yeah, that's better. I could put down a second Ori. I might. They can't play items, so hopefully that slows them down from getting the rare candy needed for this, right? They get a giant cape. Remind yourself, Jake, tools are not items. Tools are not items. Tools are not items. Professors. Okay. Now, Oricorio, not great, obviously, into Hydreigon. It's, not too scared of it, really. So, we have a Professors. Which gives me Magnemite and Magnezone. Yeah, I think we might need to This is going to be tricky. I could hit next turn with Oricorio. I guess I have to at this point. I could retreat and sacrifice an Ori, but I think we just play it like this. We are gonna lose a point here. But I can't do too much about it. I could have powered Magnemite in case we get Magneton, but it's still gonna take me a couple turns. They got a lot of cards. Copycat. I do like this Copycat, but I also have like quite a few cards in my hand. What do I need to keep? I have the zone already. It's a 2 out of 9. I get our Magneton, or I just shuffle the whole thing back. But I lose Professors. But it's a good opportunity, right? I've got 5 in hand. Let's try it. I need Magneton. I just think it might be better to try to get Magneton here. Red card, Professors, Zone, Pokeball. Ah, we didn't get it. Bummer. We do get our other Magnemite, though. This gives us nothing. We get this. I'm going to go ahead and power you. Of course, I will now hit them with a red card. Hopefully made their hand a little worse. Unfortunately for us, we still didn't get Magneton. We tried a lot. We tried a lot of avenues to get it. If they can't evolve, they're in trouble. We'll see what they got. They got the other one. Pokemon Center Lady. And do they evolve? They do not. Okay. So we get the KO at least. I have a Cyrus play. I'm just gonna Professors. I need that Magneton desperately. There you are, buddy. Hi. When it rains, it pours, guys. It's been rainy here lately, by the way. It's been rainy Baney in Los Angeles, as I like to say. Why do I like to say that? Basically because I rhyme all day. It's a problem. I just kind of rhyme. I'm just, I don't know what to say about it. I'm just kind of rhyming a lot of the day. Too much of the day? Sure. Sure. That's what I do. Too often. I'm like the Dr. Seuss of Pocket out here. But I know you guys already know that. Everyone already says, this guy's, what is he, the Dr. Seuss of Pocket out here? And I am. And I am. Cleffa. Yeah, it's a retreat angle. Oh. Oh. Oh, boy, I think that's a rough one. I feel like you retreat there, huh? They already have a point, though, to be fair. So maybe they're not that stressed, but I feel like that's a retreat. I would retreat. Because now I one-shot. Volt charge. Volt charge. Put you on. GG. GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you. I'll see y'all next time. And if you're at LAIC, come say hi to me.